Hey, my friends. I've been talking a lot lately about deconstruction because more and more people are experiencing the change of their beliefs, right? And more and more people are leaving the church. And I've done both. I've deconstructed, I've left the church more than once. Listen, it's real. You know, the loneliness. I've been talking about the loneliness that many of us experience when we leave the church. Now, some people are like, I never felt lonely. You know, they weren't real friends to begin with, and no big deal. You know, they were a bunch of assholes anyway, and I'm just moving on. Fuck them. Whatever. And I'm like, okay, either you're in denial, or you weren't really invested. I was invested. Many people are invested in the relationships there. They were real at the time. I don't want to look back and say, oh, they weren't real friendships, because real friends don't do that. Real friends do. They were my real friends at that time. And, I'm not going to pretend they weren't. I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to, just try to rewrite history and undermine all my experiences and deny all my experience that I had. They were real friends. I mean, they were real supportive, and we loved each other and everything. And things changed, and they really did. Things changed. I left. And the departure was real. It was an amicable divorce at first, but it changed sour. And, I almost all those people that I was really good friends with were not friends anymore. I don't see them anymore. There's a few. But, many of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, when you leave, you're leaving. It's our fault. We're the ones who left. And I'm not going to pretend that that was all just just a minor little transition, a little curve in the road. That was a major turning point, a traumatic one. So because I walked away from the church because of all different kinds of reasons, I left behind friends and a whole network of friends and the whole means of making and keeping our friends, So, and thirdly, the first was the friendships were real. Secondly, the departure, the separation was real. And third, the feelings are real. I'm not going to deny my feelings. I grieve. I grieve the loss of friendship, and the loneliness is real, because they were real friendships and they're gone. It's a loss, If I can grieve the loss of a pen, I can grieve the loss of friendships. I'm not going to deny my feelings. It's sad, and so there's a lot of you out there who it's really traumatic. It's really confusing. I know. Where we had these great friends, and it felt like family. It was better than family, and the unbelievable support and camaraderie and intimacy, and it was just powerful. And then all of a sudden it was gone, like a tsunami hit, and everything was washed away. It's real. And so when people are saying they're lonely, hey, I'm not going to say, oh, you're better off, or they weren't your real friends and nothing's changed or whatever. Yeah, man, it's real. The loneliness is real. The grief is real. The loss is real. And, so here we are in post-church, wilderness, and we need to learn how to become social creatures all over again. How do we make friends? How do we do that? So that's a whole other issue I don't want to get into now, but we can't begin to fix what's broken unless we acknowledge what's broken. And we can't try to feel positive feelings unless we acknowledge the negative ones we're trying to counter, right? So, I want to feel. I actually think loneliness is a human reality for everyone, but there's ways to soften that, and there's ways to help that, and there's ways to make new friends and stuff. So. Loneliness is real. The grief is real. I affirm that. I validate your feelings of loneliness and grief. And I want you to do the same for yourself. Validate those valid feelings. They're valid. The loneliness and the grief, they're totally valid. Because once you own that, then you can move on to better places. Don't be in denial about it. Don't pretend it didn't happen, and don't try to rewrite history. Own it. Yeah, I'm lonely. Now what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? And there are ways to do it. I've done it. It is hard work, but it's working. So I'm just thinking of you guys. I'm trying to help as many people as I can with this stuff about deconstruction and leaving the church and everything. But more and more people are coming into my life that have experienced this, and it's real. It's real, and but there's ways through it. There really are, and we can be better for it. Love you guys. Peace on your path. Bye for now.